if they don't want to repeat the mistakes of the previous game.
Would it be better if ONIC Esports had better map vision this time around? Maybe play the Natalia or someone like the Selena, perhaps.
Maybe. I mean, the issue is they weren't able to push the Franco away, essentially, right? They weren't a real threat to the Franco. And for RRQ, they respect ban that Atlas. But in the previous game, this slot was reserved for the Popo and Koopa. So that is still something that could show up.
Because I was thinking more of not fighting the Franco, but more of like evading the Franco this time around. Is that possible? Because the main thing for Vin in the early game of match number 4 was that he was able to delay the rotations from Sans, and therefore they weren't able to contest the objectives on the board. So how can we eliminate that factor?
I guess they should just get someone who's like really good at farming, fast clears, so that it won't be easily interrupted.
Baxia does like one of the fastest clears.
You're absolutely right.
I think they should just try to help Sans in the jungle, because
Right,
Keyboy has been playing very aggressively in the past 4 games. I feel like maybe even a bit too aggressively sometimes, right?
Right.
But RRQ, Atlas ban, Pop Ball ban. ONIC needs to pick up the B-Tricks here. If they give it over to RRQ, it is going to be disastrous once again. But yeah, I think that's the only pick that could do they want to go for the 1-1? I don't know. I don't think they should go for it.
I think it's going to be a bit difficult.
Too risky.
For RRQ, the final ban was for the Sicilian, so now that is out of the question, they banned the Popo and Koopa. And for ONIC, it's still the same, but they banned the Cho instead of the Beatrix. So now they will pick the 1-1.
Same.
It's pretty much the same.
The only difference is the Atlas
And the
Kagura. Now the Sicilian is going to be that mid lane, so we can expect a different roamer this time around. Or once again, this Baxia could be that roamer.
Right. I am not concerned because like with the Kagura, there's still a bit of hit back from ONIC, right? They were still putting up a fight, but now with the Sicilian, right, that mid lane is going to be so weak. I'm not quite sure how this will play out. It might work out if ONIC can delay towards that late game. Maybe they can just outscale and rely on that Sicilian damage, but that is a big if against RRQ.
I don't know. We'll see. What are the next 2 picks here from the side of RRQ Hoshi? It has been locked in. It is the Brody as well as that Ruby. So, okay, they do have CC potential. Brody is more reliable in a sense that it can maneuver around any possible engage that can rotate towards that gold lane, which it probably will. But the only person that it can work onto is, I guess, the Baxia and the Masha. So ONIC Esports, as a response, is going to be using that Valier. And once again, Valier is immune to the hooks.
It's the 100% Valier win rate.
We talked earlier about how the Valier will match up against a Franco. We'll see if we get proven wrong. I mean, ONIC for sure will have a plan here.
Absolutely. Well, with the Valor pick, this is their pocket pick. They have not lost a single game with this Valor. Eterna, do you think they can get it done with this Valor pick?
To be fair, it is still even quite difficult. Sure, you can disengage with the skills that come from Valier. Possibly, we've seen the Karina fail towards the Valier, but the problem is the Franco is still an issue, and I don't think the Valier can do anything against that.
Well, so still RRQ for Eterna. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. RRQ will try to win it right here, but ONIC, they want to survive. Let's see who gets it done. Hashtag Viva RRQ, hashtag Go ONIC. This is the time to show your support because both teams will need it to go full throttle this game.
Wait, can I change my opinion?
No. Arashi.
Come on, you gave me like 3 seconds.
All right, fine.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
The Valier can actually help in the early game against the Franco. So maybe perhaps ONIC Esports does have a chance here. Look at that.
Yeah, the poke is really annoying.
The harassment.
The harassment just keeps on going for the poke. Albert as well will have quite an interesting path here with Keyboy, who just keeps on going. But Rashi, what are your thoughts on the draft?
I think overall, RRQ Hoshi still has a good, still has the advantage. And honestly, I feel like all things considered, when push comes to shove, RRQ Hoshi can still do good, if not better. They do lack the pick-off from the Cho, but they will have that Ruby in the mid to late game. So I think we've seen insane plays coming in from the Rubies. I'm offended. So it's not impossible for him to fill in that quote-unquote pick-off role that the Cho was serving in the previous game.
We'll see what happens here because so far Vin hasn't been able to harass as much as he did before, but now it is 3 people actually going and trying to harass Sans. But for the most part, Sans is still quite comfortable here. Still same gold, same EXP level as Albert as well at level 3. So I don't know. We'll see here.
Yep, we just have to wait and see. CW and Skylar duking it out in the bottom side. Is this a skill matchup as well, Mirko?
No. It should be won by the 1-1, this one.
All right. So we see that Skylar backs away, and in 2 seconds, the first turtle will be up, and this will set a tone for the rest of the game.
I'm quite excited here. The turtle is already up here, and it seems like RRQ Hoshi, they are trying to look for some sort of setup here in that top side.
Oh, everyone is looking for setup here. Oh, not just RRQ, but ONIC as well. They're trying to collapse as Sans goes in, but he's going to get hooked here. And that is Albert picking up the turtle. So make it, count it, Arashi. Sans is going to get pulled into unoffended. Boots as well. Caught in that suppression. Again, off of a play from Vin. First blood presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series.
That's not good for the side of RRQ Hoshi at all. Sorry, ONIC Esports at all. They were banking a lot on towards Keyboy, but unfortunately, when it goes into a 5v5, it's just a little bit too hectic, as now we're going to take a look at the talents.
I really thought that Boots was going to be able to secure the kill onto Albert. That way, at least, it makes Sans a bit ahead. And Vin, it's just so scary with that iron hook. Well, Boots got suppressed by Vin, so yet again, he gets denied that possibility, and RRQ Hoshi takes the momentum. They take the lead as far as the gold goes, but as so far, right, it's still not too bad. There's still ways for ONIC to recover.
The fact that Albert is doing this to Sans is just so much more impressive, right? The Retribution battle. Sans is one of the most efficient junglers in MPL ID. He's one of the best farmers in the jungle. That means that his Retribution is pretty on point, man. He takes neutral objectives usually for his team. But in this game, I think in the last series as well, it's been mostly just Albert who wins it out. Bottom side, Skylar almost gets caught there, but it is going to be Vin running away from Sans. He needs to be careful here. Turtle's poisons have been popped. Albert jumping in for the damage, just using the first ability though. Not really overcommitting with that ultimate just yet. Both teams disengage in the 3rd minute of the game.
I agree with your statement, Miracle, about Sans, but I agree if you were talking about him last season, because this season, it hasn't been impressive, but Vin is going to get caught out here. He is going to be taken down. Another pickoff for the side of ONIC Esports, going for a 1-1 equalize as...
Yeah. ONIC, they grab a kill. Just like you guys can grab food, 50% off MPL ID X grab. I like that. Synergy, but Sans is looking for a synergy of himself. Keyboy will be able to follow up, and there you go. The synergy that will result will give them the reward. Keyboy, oh my god, he flickers to the wrong direction. That's 3 members of RRQ waiting. Oh my goodness. That was just unfortunate, honestly. Keyboy did not know where the RRQ members were. He tried to flicker out. Sans looking for the steal, but I do not think this is the one that you need to be looking for. Turtle slain, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. CW with a clutch movement. He dodges one, but then there's 2 more.
Exactly. So now, for RRQ Hoshi, they are still having the lead as far as the neutral objectives go. And for ONIC Esports, they just have a tough spot as Skylar almost secures that kill. I was about to say that ONIC Esports, they're making better use right now of Sans on that Baxia. The early pressure, right, outlasting the damage. We saw that happen, and Clay was forced to use his sprint. But just like that, the moment ONIC oversteps and makes a mistake positioning-wise, they just get punished.
Yeah, they do get punished here. ONIC looking for a play down below. Skylar is up for grabs. The stun, the chain CC, and Skylar. Now you see him, now you don't. That was beautiful by ONIC. Great setup to take that kill.
Nowhere to run at that stage. I mean, so much potential from the Violator as well. The stun that can happen every time he lands the second skill is a little too much when it comes down to a 3v1 situation. But now, Sans, what is he trying to go for here? He is putting a lot of pressure on the bottom side. I guess they are looking for that neutral objective. Sorry, not the neutral objective, the tower even. And it will be taken and claimed for the side of ONIC Esports this time around. So the first tower for ONIC Esports, but the first 2 turtles for the side of RRQ Hoshi.
Off the bat, already a much better start. They are getting objectives of their own, so they're not getting completely bullied. And that is due to the bullying pressure coming in from Keyboy on the Valier. That damage in the early game means a lot more because as you all know, mages, they deal with base damage in the early game. So as of right now, it's still okay. But once items start rolling in, that damage, right, the pressure coming in from the damage is going to fall off quite a bit, especially if Keyboy goes for a tankier build on that Valor.
Which is quite possible.
Most likely.
Let's see, Retribution battle. Albert gets it. Wow, this guy. Well, that's insane. And R7 is going to go for a play up top. Keyboy will be able to stun him up. Nope, R7 flickers out of there with I'm Offended as well. Almost getting a cheeky pick onto CW under that turret. But again, yeah, Retribution. Again, like, what do you say about this man at this point? CW, though, he's going to get stunned up. He actually dumps in with the Inspire. Crossbow tag! CW, what a play! What?
Wow. He just brute forced that play. Takes all the weakness points, but Albert is already on the turtle and they're making a play. And they might back away. I was trying to say that Sun is level 9 and Albert is level 11. So there is an XP gap forming up. But Keyboy,
Part memory there as Albert jumps in. He's not going to give away that backside. He actually takes him down before he has the chance to get that second ability off. Albert will be slain though by Boots. Is that worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's still more worth it for Albert to stay alive than CW.
Agreed. Well, we talked about how trading blows, essentially kills and objectives, won't really benefit you unless you have the really good late game. And right now for ONIC Esports, they absolutely have the better late game, but they're making the plays happen right now.
The chain CC Sans just stands there and accepts defeat because, again, he can't move. Immobility from the Mystic Field, and obviously Vin with his ultimate. It's so frustrating.
Yeah. It has to be. You're just not allowed to play the game. The opponents just don't let you. So right now, if they keep trading blows like this, it's fine if they want to be aggressive, but trading Albert, for example, for CW, not really worth it, considering that CW is already not doing as well. See, if Albert gets taken out again, Sans has a chance to actually catch up. We take a look at the item here. There's only a 1k gold lead, and Skylar has the BOD, and Clay has his core items. If he wants to go for the Enchanted Talisman, he will do that right now and be able to spam a lot more. Or he can go for more damage and make sure that CW is just never in any fighting condition.
This is still quite similar to the games that we were able to see earlier, right? ONIC Esports has more turrets to their name, but RRQ Hoshi, it just takes one moment, one really good team fight, or even a pickoff for them to be able to equalize. As this is perfect timing, the Lord is going to spawn here in the 9th minute, so this is perfect. They just need to find a pickoff, get the Lord perhaps, and they can actually equalize in terms of that objective.
Oh, Sans actually gets a very good shield unity onto Clay, but there is the sprint. That's why it's just so good in this current patch. Skylar will be able to pick off an objective off of that sprint popped. So even when they use resources defensively, they're still getting something on the board.
Right, the issue becomes similar. Oh, as we say that, Sans gets suppressed.
Are you serious? Again, Sans is the one who gets caught out here. Turnabout memory going to be popped as Sans is taken very low. Finn with the crucial hooks once again. This might be it. This might be the setup that gets them the Lord. Oh, okay, Clay. Dead End from Bogor. I don't know who's playing right now, Clay or Dead End, but they're both really good.
They are in a 4v4 situation here because the Masha as well as the Ruby is in that bottom side. So RRQ Hoshi could potentially try to push their lanes, which they just did, and now look for a pick.
Right, they have the Iron Hook to work around with, so they can just wait for a big hook that's just so valued to land. I was just to say that for ONIC Esports, they have a lack of crowd control as well. Yes, Keyboy can stun, but he has to follow it up of the initial engage. So Sans needs to make the first move, and it just is quite easy to maneuver away from. As we saw earlier from Clay, with only the sprint, he's able to outrun the bulk of the engage attempts of ONIC Esports.
Seems like the Masha is going to be marching towards this top side, but she was able to push down, but now caught in a weird situation.
Uh-oh, Boots is going to be able to dive into that back line, but look at R7. He instantly disengages, and that is Vin getting the hook onto Keyboy. Boy, was that good.
That was insane, man. He threaded the needle and landed it on the Valier despite everyone else just dancing around in front of him. That is an amazing pick. The wave in the top side is pushing, and RRQ Hoshi, they can go for one more fight, 5v4, or they can just go for the objective and even use that to bait as well. So all the options are on the table for RRQ right now.
I'm surprised because 5 members up, they aren't really going for anything rather quickly. They might be losing time because Keyboy is already back in towards the Land of Dawn as RRQHOSHI, they are first on the Lord. Is this going to be a bait or do they actually want to take it?
Sans needs to go for the steal. What?
Wow.
But it's just RRQ chaining the damage perfectly, picking up the Lord. And RRQ, they're leading 3,000 gold. It is a Lord taken as well, and it's fast one. It instantly spawned up right as they took it. So RRQ, they're going to go for a fast push.
Absolutely. I mean, this is reminiscent of the previous game. They are getting some tempo, and once they got the Lord, they're going to equalize on the turret department. So now they go in straight into the jungle and look for picks. When if they can get one right now, that will ensure that they can fight for the turrets without any real concern.
Wow, they're manipulating the lanes quite well here. I thought it was weird to be pushing that mid side, but it turns out that second wave is in sync really perfectly in that top side. Perhaps the bottom side could do a little bit more attention, but all the while that was happening, Albert isn't standing idly by. He's going for all the jungles for the side of ONIC Esports, really denying that possibility that ONIC Esports can have.
Look at how ONIC Esports is playing, dude. They just can't even leave the base.
Exactly, and it's all from the wave manipulation from the side of RRQ. They don't even push it in. They actually just go for the small clear, let it force push it themselves, and it was perfectly timed as well. But in that top side, it is going to be the bad impact popped to clear out the Lord pretty easily. Boots will still be able to survive, so man, that was a good defense, but Boots gets pulled back to the fray. RRQ, no follow-up though, so everyone just backing up. They're still just looking for the turrets, but it is going to be most of the, no, all of the tier 2 turrets taken down, with the bottom side now targeted by Skylar.
To be fair, even if that Iron Hook lands onto Boots, he is a really tanky hero.
Still has sprint as well.
It's really difficult. How can they even burst him? It is a really good pick. It gives the technique ancaman for the side of RRQHOSHI.
The threatening technique?
Yes, the threatening technique.
Wait,
but
what?
more than that, nothing else.
Oh, I was about to start questioning what Sans was doing there. He opens up the map. Vin tried to go for a cheeky pick. Skylar gets stunned up. Boots trying to look for an opening. Skylar backing up. Boots once again looking for the play. He actually goes for the sprint. He dives onto Clay, but Vin is there for the cover. R7 doing the same thing. It is going to be Sans going for the back line right now. That's going to be thrown apart. Memory popped in use. Keyboy taking low. Dawning Light connects on the 3, but Skylar's taking low. Once again, it is going to be ONIC on the back foot. RRQ are looking for more, but they will not be able to get it. Sans with the slick sidestep to get out of that hook.
But even so, it is still RRQHOSHI with a 5,000 gold lead, guys, as we're going to take a look at the players' gold as well by Living by Mandiri. Skylar, Albert, R7, all RRQ here in that leaderboard. Boots is not far behind, but I'm a little bit worried here for CW.
I'm worried for Keyboy. He's all the way in the bottom, and he is struggling, man. There's no income going in. He can't really make the plays happen. He's just stuck there trying to be on defense duty. Here's what's happening right now. ONIC Esports can defend until someone gets hooked. But if they try and go for the engage, look at how clean the kite back is from RRQHOSHI. They just go backwards. They use all their crowd control perfectly and just get out. And ONIC Esports are powerless. They can't get the clean engage they need.
Oh man, 5.7 thousand gold lead. ONIC, they need to fight or flight. This is the last chance. Sans goes in with a shield unity and a turret support. Sans, 12,000 HP on the Lord. Albert disengages. Dawning Light connects on the 3. And Vin gets 3 on! It's a disaster for ONIC as they look to go for the Lord. And still, Albert, he gets it! Even here with the retribution, Skylar gets out and he will be able to get out of there, but not for long though. It is going to be him taken down. Albert looking for re-engage. The immobility is there. And Albert picks Sans up 3-1. Keyboy gets hooked. Vin is unstoppable in game number 5. Oh my god, they might just end it here. Boots is the only one who can defend. The crowd erupts here as RRQ with the 7,000 gold leader marching down. Boots and Dreon looking for the play. Clay still going to be able to go away with the help of Vin's suppression. Boots still in the midst of it all as that's R7 jumping in. Dreon taken down, taken low, taken out. Boots will not be able to survive. He is out. RRQ revenge gameplay as they will end the game. And they are your new Season 9 champions.
Bow down to the Kings of Kings, Season 9 champions. It is going to be RRQHOSHI.
The revenge is complete. They finally take it away from ONIC Esports in absolute dominant fashion. I can't believe what I just saw. What?
This is unreal, guys. You can see the disappointment on the faces of ONIC Esports right now. They wanted that back-to-back champions. but it is going to be RRQ Hoshi, the Kings of Kings, stepping out on top.
No, they're no longer the Kings of Kings. They are the Kings of the Galaxy for Season 9. What a performance. 4 MPL trophies to their name. RRQ Hoshi going trophyless last season, and now what progression is this? Such fast-paced gameplay and discipline up to the end.
100% win rate.
100% win rate for this RRQ main lineup in MPL ID Season 9. I don't know how it gets better than this.
How is that possible?
Complete and utter domination.
Insane. I mean, what a journey RRQ Hoshi has gone through, man. They went to the M3. They are now the top contender.
They fall flat
in
at
Indonesia.
M3. And now
But
they're
that's
looking like
the thing.
one of the favorites for
That's
MSC.
the thing. That's the thing. Maybe it was the reason that they had to fall flat there, to figure out all their flaws
Exactly.
and come back as a refined RRQ Hoshi.
Final dengan skor akhir 4-1.
And congratulations sekali lagi untuk RRQ Hoshi, dan juga terima kasih atas perjuangan yang luar
Yes.
biasa dari ONIC Esports. Sekali lagi kita minta tepuk tangan untuk kedua
Yep.
tim.
Standing applause untuk kedua tim yang sudah memberikan perlawanan terbaiknya di babak Grand Final. Best of 7 ini sudah berakhir, tapi sekali lagi ONIC Esports,
ONIC Esports,
thank you
so
banget.
much.
Perjuangan kalian para Sonic, mana suaranya?
Sonic, yes.
Sobat Sonic, tentu kita bisa melihat perjuangan mereka belum berakhir di sini karena MSC menunggu ONIC Esports.
Betul sekali, tentunya kedua tim akan menjadi perwakilan
Yes.
Indonesia untuk bertanding di laga MSC 2022 yang akan ada di Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia nanti. Sekali
Yep.
lagi congratulations untuk RRQ Hoshi dan juga ONIC Esports.
Tentu, dan inilah momen yang dinantikan pastinya bagi semua pencinta Mobile Legends, semua RRQ Kingdom khususnya, untuk menyaksikan bagaimana mereka bisa perjalanannya sampai ke titik ini. Tentu saja di sini kita akan langsung saja menantikan momen-momen yang paling dinantikan, yaitu
sekali.
selebrasi.
Betul, dan di mana saat ini sudah bergabung di tengah panggung bersama kita yang sedang menyerahkan medali tentunya untuk teman-teman dari
Yep,
RRQ Hoshi.
ada
Bapak
Bapak
Martinus Manurung.
Head of Business Development Esports Munton Indonesia.
Tentunya beliau akan memberikan piagam ya, medali, mengalungkan medali dan juga memberikan sebuah unit handphone Samsung
Yep.
Galaxy A series.
Asik, langsung mereka mendapatkan medali dan juga smartphone Samsung Galaxy A series. Tiap playernya sudah memberikan yang terbaik. Pertarungan mereka bahkan bisa kita bilang cukup mendominasi dengan angka 4-1.
Sekali lagi boleh kita kasih tepuk tangan yang meriah untuk RRQ Hoshi.
Oke.
Kita juga turut mau mengundang seluruh official dari tim RRQ Hoshi yang mungkin belum bergabung di atas panggung
Yap.
untuk boleh bergabung dan merayakan kemenangan ini bersama
Betul.
Sang Raja Galaksi Bar.
Inilah dia coach, analis dan juga manajer, dan inilah dia sang juara kita.
Sang Raja Galaksi yang sebentar lagi akan segera diberikan Giant Jack sebagai bentuk simbolis telah menjadi Sang Raja Galaksi di MPL Indonesia season yang ke-9. Silakan teman-teman, boleh diterima dan boleh kita kasih tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk Raja Galaksi kita,
RRQ
Hoshi.
Keluarga dari RRQ sudah berkumpul di sini, tapi tentunya Bapak Martinus Manurung, terima kasih sekali sudah
Terima
bergabung
kasih,
bersama
Pak.
kami. Dan
Silakan kembali lagi Pak. Sudah
boleh kembali ke tempatnya karena saat lagi kita akan menunggu kira-kira siapa yang akan menjadi
the final
MVP. Jadi perjalanan dia juga sangat berarti. Waduh, siapa?
Siapa?
Rame banget. Bentar ya, bentar.
Oke, tenang
bentar.
dulu, sebentar.
Sebelum kita umumkan.
Sebentar. Kita
Sebelum
akan
kita
mengundang
umumkan.
terlebih dahulu tentunya perwakilan dari Samsung Indonesia, yaitu Bapak Yubisar Putra Pratama Sofian selaku MX Product Marketing High Mid Mass Samsung Electronics Indonesia untuk boleh menyerahkan tentunya medali atau piagam
Yap.
penghargaan kepada our final MVP.
Final
Samsung
MVP.
Galaxy.
Ini banyak banget nama-nama yang terdengar besar di MPL Arena. Siapa sekali lagi? Oh, banyak beda-beda jawabannya ya. Nah, karena dari perwakilan Samsung kita sudah hadir.
Sudah hadir.
Player RRQ siap.
Sudah hadir juga. Penonton sudah siap. Oke, kalau gitu langsung saja kita akan mengumumkan. Inilah dia our finals MLBB by Samsung Galaxy A series. Jatuh kepada Clay. Congratulations Clay. Kami persilakan boleh maju ke depan Clay.
Dedek from Bogor.
Diangkat langsung ya, luar biasa.
Oh well.
Clay, kami
Inilah dia.
persilakan boleh maju dulu Clay. Boleh diterima dulu, difoto dulu Clay, lihat ke depan.
Deden from Bogor. Inilah dia Clay. Dan momen diabadikannya langsung saja, inilah dia sang mid laner dari tim RRQ Hoshi yang membawa banyak sekali pengaruh di timnya dari gameplaynya, mekanik, adu mekanik ya Dan ya.
Wow, sekali lagi kita kasih tepuk tangan lagi untuk Clay.
Yap, dan terima kasih
Dan
pada
terima kasih juga
Bapak
kepada
Yuvizar
Bapak
Putra.
Putra Pratama Sobian
Yes.
yang sudah menyerahkan award yang luar biasa.
Boleh
ya.
kembali ke tempatnya, karena sebentar lagi kayaknya ini panggung bakal bergetar nih.
Wow.
Siapkan